So I struggle a lot with fear and anxiety, and I have done for a long time. I always seem to have been someone who will look at what might go wrong rather than what might go right. And part of that is because, and I'm not blaming my parents for this, because as a parent myself, I know that all parents try to do the right thing, but I was instilled with this whole notion of being afraid of authority. So, you mustn't get into trouble at school, so I became afraid of school and teachers. You mustn't get into trouble with the bank manager, so I became afraid of money. You mustn't be in trouble with the policeman, so I became afraid of authority. So basically I became afraid of anything, and it got to the point where I couldn't make any decisions, I couldn't take any risks. When I was a teenager, it was frowned upon to sign contracts. Once you sign a contract, they've got you then, they've got you. All of this kind of stuff. The outside world is basically a terrible vista of fear and death and destruction, and you must avoid it at all cost. And the problem that leads to is that you become paralyzed. You can't move, you can't decide for yourself anything, and you lose all sense of power. And in a way, that's why I wrote my first book, Do the Thing, Have the Power. And it was a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, "He who does the thing has the power," or something like that. And it really is about stepping out of your comfort zone, because you can become trapped and paralyzed with fear and anxiety. And sometimes I feel like I'm suffocating. Literally, it's like there's a weight on my chest, and I can struggle to breathe sometimes because I'm so anxious. Just things like speaking to the boss, asking for what I want, standing up for myself in conversations, daring to disagree, or even ask for what I might want. It can be quite, frightening. And the fear is real, but the danger is not, and that's why we have to find the courage to step up and take the risk. You know what I mean? You don't have to sign the contract, but you can investigate what's involved. You don't have to do the dangerous thing, but you can research what it's about. Just get out there, find out more. You don't have to leap too far. You can just stick a toe in the water, just feel the temperature. And speak to your boss. Express your opinions. Take the risk, because the more you do it, the stronger you become, and that's where confidence comes from. You kind of take a little step, you feel stronger. It's like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the better it becomes. And before long, you're kind of out of this place where you're paralyzed with fear. If you can't get out of bed in the morning, just walk to the next room. Try and sit down, go downstairs, sit on the sofa. Just do things one step at a time, and prove to yourself that you're not trapped, you're not useless, and you're not weak, and you have the power, just like everybody else in the world. There are people out there less talented than you, who are more confident than you, and they are excelling in life. And if you had just a tiny ounce of their confidence, just imagine how far you could go. So there it is. We've got to stop being afraid, because we're paralyzing ourselves, we're choking ourselves, and we've got so much potential. We need to get out there and shine. Just get out there, stop worrying about what people are going to think. That's a big one for me. I'm terrified of what people are going to think. Part of the reason that I do these videos is because I think people will think I'm an idiot. People will go, "Oh, here's Chris with another one of his stupid videos," and that for me is terrifying. So in a way, that is an indicator that fear is the way I need to go. So I'm doing these videos, I do my podcasts, I write my silly blog posts. I don't care if anyone reads them, I don't know if anybody reads them, but it's about finding the strength to overcome that fear, and in a way, finding the strength to find out who you are. So do the thing you feel scared to do, because that is where you will find success, and you will find yourself, and you will become stronger. All right, cheers for that.